Thank you for coming with us on this journey to a golden future.
We pray that today's broadcast will help you in some way to find, fulfill, and finish God's will for your life.
Now we invite you to join us in the Golden State Baptist College radio studio. Welcome back to a Golden Future radio broadcast. I'm Brother Fuller.
And I'm Brother Simmons.
And we are glad that you decided to tune in to yet another Golden Future radio broadcast. If you're listening on KNVBC, we want to say a special thank you and a special shout out to those of you listening on KNVBC. Brother Simmons.
Oh, no.
What do we have today? We have a good broadcast today, but I think
we do.
I think the fans will enjoy, not fans, the listeners. I don't think we have fans. We got listeners.
Of course we do. Yeah, we do. You know, I was told today that we need to go live. They're saying we need to stop this recording stuff. We need to have a live broadcast. And I think I sort of agree with that. But I don't know if we'd be able to record and put it on YouTube and things like that.
Yeah, that might be a tricky thing.
A little bit tricky. But I think it's a good idea. I think it would.
We might have to brainstorm that. See if we can find a way to make it happen.
Maybe we would do both. Maybe we would have one that goes live and one that's only on YouTube.
Maybe so.
Or Spotify, things like that.
Anyway, we'll figure that out.
I'm still blown away that Spotify, you can watch it now.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that, huh?
Yeah. That's progressive. That's good.
That is really good. That is really good.
They're going to get out there.
Yeah.
But we're excited for today.
Yes, we have a bracket breakdown coming in.
Yeah.
And the reason why we've been in the middle of a spiritual fitness program.
That's right.
Fit in the faith.
Yeah.
But with every program, you need to have your rest days.
That's right.
And so we decided
the Lord.
We decided to give you a rest broadcast.
There we go.
And then we've got one more week, I think, of Fit in the Faith.
Yeah,
maybe two. We'll let you
see.
know next broadcast for sure.
But you got to make sure you take some rest. Obviously, keep doing the workouts that we've been practicing together. Keep it going. But then this week, just sort of try to do one on your own.
Yeah.
Take a break from it. Just walk with God, read your Bible, pray, whatever it is. And then don't worry about it. But next week, we'll start again and get going with it.
Yes.
But, before we get into all of that.
What's going on?
Before we do our bracket breakdown and things like that, which I'm excited for.
Yes, likewise.
It's like a two-part one.
Yeah.
It's almost like a two-part bracket breakdown.
It'll be good.
But, before we even get to that, I just want to say, Emery, that I just admire how you treat on time like a loose concept that only nerds care about. It's so amazing of you.
Are you coming at my punctuality right
now?
No.
It's admirable. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting. Since we're on the topic of just buttering one another up, I gotta say, you really shine in ministry. I love watching you serve the Lord, and you really shine in ministry, almost like a lamp underneath a bushel. But it's good. You shine.
Speaking, I'm glad you say that, and I'm so thankful for the compliment.
You're welcome.
And I'm sure that's the way you meant it. Sometimes you don't say exactly what you mean. I think you might have done that there.
Oh,
but speaking of light, some people light up a room when they enter, and I'm thankful you light it up when you leave, buddy.
Hey. Well, thank you. I always try to make a grand exit.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of those things. It's funny you mentioned that. That's so wise of you to say. I couldn't put it any better. It's neat how you have so much wisdom, kind of like Solomon.
Yeah.
Only if he had Proverbs 1 memorized. But yeah, you got wisdom up there, big guy.
Well, speaking of like that, I wish I had your talent for confidently offering the least useful insight in any discussion.
Hey, I'm confident with it, though.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very, very confident.
So the confidence is there.
Good.
Yeah. It's kind of like the confidence. I think I get it from watching you preach, Your sermons they really make people think, especially about when the sermon's going to end, but they definitely make people think. So
Good. Just what you said there, it's comforting knowing that no matter what I say, you're locked and loaded with your next unrelated point. It's great.
You got to always just be ready. It doesn't have to relate. Nobody always says be relatable. They just say be ready.
Well, you definitely got that one nailed down.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's just, and I don't know if you realize that you're kind of coming across like these are compliments, but also not. I don't know if you realize, like there's definitely, it could be misconstrued either way.
Okay.
It's definitely authentically you. That's who you are.
Good.
And I'm glad that you are authentically you, no matter how many times people ask you to tone it down, you are just, you are you.
True. That's actually true. Well, you know what? It's just the excitement that you bring to me. You know, it's like your enthusiasm is contagious. And thankfully, it seems to skip me every episode we do.
Well, if you're listening,
those are good. Actually.
Those are good. I didn't know you were coming with 5. I would have had another one to throw at you.
Oh,
but
no,
I stopped at 4.
Okay.
I stopped at 4. But
I thought you said you had a lot this time,
well,
so I thought you were going to keep on going.
I didn't put all of them down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one of our favorite segments. I love it.
That's Brother Reamer's favorite segment.
Yes. Passive-aggressive
so I hope
aspersions. It had to make a comeback for the rest week.
We haven't done it in a while.
No, we haven't.
It was funny.
It's always, I love it, man. It's always funny. I always get a good kick out of it.
It's bad when we're like laughing so hard before we actually tell them, but it's like we enjoy it a lot and then we tell them about it, but oh well.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good time. It's all done in brotherly love.
Oh,
it's all done, you know, it's good.
It's good. But we're going to get on to our bracket breakdown.
Yes.
But before that, we have the what is it? The topic of the bracket breakdown.
Yeah. Do you want me to introduce this?
Introduce it. Introduce it.
So
I like this.
This is what we're going to call, everybody knows Hebrews 11. We've gone through that chapter before on the broadcast and talked about it.
Sure.
The Hall of Faith.
Right.
Today, we're going to give you a list of honorable mentions for the Hall of Faith, those that didn't quite make it.
Sure.
And then we're going to put all of them in a bracket and go over who really should have made it out of that list.
Sure. And, you know, you listeners, you're used to this.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen players in the NBA or NFL who are great players.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, they just don't have what it takes to get over that hump just to become known as one of the greatest in their league, the greatest at the sport. And I think the Bible's got a lot of honorable mentions, you know? And some of these, you know, in chapter 11 of the Hall of Faith, it mentions some without naming them.
Yeah.
It says they're unnamed. So maybe some of these are on that list, but they're just not named. And let's just shed a little bit of light of who we think should make it.
Let's go back and forth. I think the first one, and these are all people who were just like really close.
Oh, sure.
But didn't quite make it. I think
some of them.
Someone who fits that description is Samson.
Wow.
Used in mighty ways.
Oh, yeah.
Also had his pitfalls. Also had his downfalls. There were times of great faith.
Sure.
But, you know, and he, you know, just 1, 2, 3 little slip-ups, and he just fell short, I feel like, of Hall of Faith. I mean, I feel like you could read in the list of, by faith, Samson killed hundreds of men with the jawbone of a donkey. You know, I feel like you could read that, but then, you know, there's just other blaring things.
I get it. I get it.
So,
are you sure he's not included in it?
In what?
I hope he's not.
The Hall of Faith?
Yeah.
Maybe he. I don't.
Maybe
think
he
so.
was. Maybe he was.
He's not specifically listed.
Okay.
Maybe we overlooked it.
Maybe we did. Me though, when I'm thinking about it, when I'm thinking of someone who should make the Hall of Fame list, like he should be there, did great things, saw great revivals, man, just right there, could have been one of the greatest guys up on that list.
Mm-hmm.
One of the coolest stories that you hear about as a kid as well.
You'll always hear it growing up.
The story of Jonah.
Yeah.
Imagine like he's so close to making that Hall of Fame list, being named up there with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, but then he just, you know, had that little temper tantrum at the end, sitting under the gourd.
Yep.
Had that bad attitude, and his fellow. They didn't like him.
You don't expect the book to end the end right there.
Right.
You expect it to be like, oh, redemption. He's coming back again. But no, that's the end.
And you don't hear about it.
Yeah, I think that's right. This next person on the list, if you think about it, did a lot of good was with Jesus, did a lot of, you know, traveled with him, saw great things, and was a disciple, an apostle, followed him, and then just one really glaring mistake really at the end kind of cost it for him. And I'm talking about Thomas. Thomas, he was faithful, always there, but then, you know, just he doubted there at the end, wasn't sure if Jesus really had come back or not. And I feel like he could almost make it, but then he's just known for that one thing, doubting Thomas.
Okay.
But he's close.
It is close, but it's just that his name, it's just so much against it. All right. Okay, I can see it.
Yeah.
All right, we've done one. You know, Samson is actually on the list. Samson's on the list in Hebrews 11. I think he's on it. I think he's there. I'm pretty sure. If I go back to time and childhood, I think he's on the list.
Do you want to pause and then check it and then come back?
No,
Okay,
we'll be all right.
We'll just keep
If he's on it, it's okay. Honorable mention, we were right. He should have made the list. So. Man, who else though? All right, you said we got Samson, Jonah, Thomas. Someone who's not on the list, but obviously probably should have been. Peter's got to be there, right?
Yeah.
Peter's there.
Yep. Peter,
with Jesus, walking with him.
You know what I didn't think about, though? A lot of people think Paul wrote the book of Hebrews, right? That's like the general consensus.
Right.
Paul withstood Peter to the face. So maybe there's a little bit of, maybe Peter should have made it, but Paul was like, no.
A little bit of Michael Jordan and what's that other guy who didn't get to make the,
maybe he was just still holding a grudge.
You think so?
Maybe. I don't know.
No.
I doubt it.
No way.
I don't think that's what it is, but it's just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Peter definitely could. You know, another one that probably could make the list, if you think about it. Imagine really not making the list. You're the wisest man in all the world.
Dude.
Riches.
That one.
Fame. Restoring, making the kingdom of Israel the most cool it's ever been. But
your
not
dad's on the list.
Your dad made it. Come on, Solomon. Why didn't you make the list?
He should have been. Out of all those people.
I mean,
he could have been.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he was one of those unmentioned ones, but not mentioned by name.
I know he did make a pretty big mistake, you know.
He did.
Multiple wives, turned away his heart from the Lord.
Another one who's like that, another family member made the list and he didn't, which he should have. Had a great role model, great grandpa, great dad, was Esau. Did you name Esau?
I have not yet. No.
Imagine that. Your brother, Hall of Fame, then he's got all of his kids, the 12 tribes of Israel, and then boom. He doesn't make the list either.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's pretty rough.
That's sad. And I guess going along with those, like one little mistake, you know, one thing just kind of ruining it all. Like I'm thinking of Achan. He was a warrior. He was a fighter.
Sure.
He walked around the walls with everybody else. I mean, he was exhibiting the faith. He probably blew the trumpet, sounded the cry, but then he just disobeyed. He kept back what he shouldn't have kept. And I think he almost could have made it.
I think so.
If it wasn't for that.
I could see that one. See that one. Is there anyone that we haven't gotten? I'm trying to think. Did Jonah, Judas?
We didn't talk about Judas.
We didn't talk about Judas?
Much like Thomas.
Think about it.
Much like Thomas, just right there all the way, and then the one big glaring
Judas
thing.
has got to be the saddest story in all the Bible.
I think maybe it probably could be.
Right?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
You got to think of someone you walked with Jesus. He was
saw
there,
all of it.
Picked by him,
and
then in the end, just to reject him.
Yeah.
That's got to be the saddest story ever. But I would agree. If he just would have kept on going, could have made the list as well. Esau, Achan, Thomas, Solomon, Peter, Judas, Jonah. We've got to think of one more if we're going to do a bracket breakdown of these guys besides Samson.
Oh, we're not keeping Samson?
We can't. He's listed there. I know he is. He's listed there. Who would we pick? I mean, obviously.
Daniel's there.
Daniel. Paul's there.
Well,
he's not listed.
Yeah, he's writing it.
I mean, he's writing it.
He's not going to
imagine if you list yourself.
That's funny.
He would win the bracket automatically, though, so we couldn't put him.
Couldn't put him in there.
Who's someone not listed? Is John the Baptist listed?
I don't think he is.
There's no way.
Maybe in the others, but I don't remember the name John the Baptist being there.
Let me see.
That would be pretty wild. The voice of one crying.
Really? He would have to win.
The way of the Lord.
Like to be mentioned? Should we put him?
Yeah, let's put him.
Put him on there? All right.
In there.
So you want to do a bracket?
Let's do the bracket. Now that we've listed everybody who should really make it, we can only pick one.
People who weren't listed, but man, they were great enough to be listed if they would have kept on or didn't mess up. All right. You ready to do this?
Close calls. Yeah.
All right, close calls. Honorable mentions. Here we go. All right, who would you choose?
Oh.
This one's got to be pretty easy. Who would you choose between Peter or Judas?
I mean, yeah, like you said, it's pretty obvious.
You would do Peter for sure?
No, Peter.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with Peter. I'm going with Peter, man.
All right.
I mean, I could elaborate on that, but we'll just zoom by that.
Okay. All right. Now this one, I think I know who I would pick, but I could see both. Okay. Who would you pick? Either Jonah or Esau.
Okay. I think simply because Esau didn't do so much.
Okay.
You know, he didn't really exhibit great faith in any way. Jonah at least obeyed. There was some results.
All right.
You could argue for a little bit greater performance.
There we go.
Probably a stronger mess up, but a little bit greater performance. So I think we're still going Jonah.
I could see that one. All right. Now we just threw this. Well, we'll say that one. Would you choose then? Oof. One guy actually walked with Jesus, and the other one, the wisest guy in the world. Would you choose Solomon or Doubting Thomas?
Given the nature that this is Hall of Faith honorable mentions,
sure.
I don't feel like it's okay to say that Doubting Thomas can move forward. When we're talking about Solomon, though, he really turned away from God.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I think I'm going to go with Solomon simply because the kingdom of Israel at its peak.
Okay.
And, the Lord used him to kind of bring it there.
I could see that one. I
would say that.
Now, I know this guy.
Building the temple. Sorry, that's a big thing, too.
That's true.
I think he makes it.
That's true. This one, he is listed without being listed. Obviously, we've established that one.
Mm-hmm.
But John the Baptist.
Okay.
I mean, he's definitely there, just his name's not listed, right? He's probably one of the people that they're talking about. Has to be. Mm-hmm. But either him or Achan.
Okay, yeah. We're sending John the Baptist.
Good. Good. You're sure? You got to lock that answer in.
Yes, I'll gladly lock that in. Don't need to phone a friend. Right. I feel confident with that one.
All right, semifinals then. Who are you going to take? Are you going to take Peter or Jonah for the Hall of Faith?
Okay.
Should have been mentioned.
Okay. This is getting a little bit tougher. I'm trying to think of all of the great things that Peter did. Both of them saw great revivals, great preaching.
Ooh.
Both of them saw that.
Ooh, good.
Peter didn't go pout about it. Jonah did.
It's true.
Peter continued on after the great success.
True.
Continued to do great things. He did have some hiccups along the way, denying Christ. That's pretty big. 3 times, no doubt. That would really hurt the possibilities to get into the Hall of Faith. Jonah just complained. I mean, if we're looking at downfalls here.
All right.
I don't know. How do you judge? I guess I'm just going to move on with Peter.
All right.
I don't know why. Okay. That's what my gut is saying. Do you agree with that, or would you disagree?
I agree with that one for sure.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's also how they ended well. I think Peter totally won that one.
All right.
This one's probably harder than that one. Would you choose John the Baptist to be named or Solomon? John the Baptist or Solomon?
Let's see. Let's think about both of them for just a second.
All right.
John the Baptist, prepared the way for Jesus.
Okay.
He did ask from prison, though. He did exhibit a little bit of doubt. Is this really Christ, or do we look for another? So there's a moment of doubt there. And Solomon just completely turned away from God, though.
All right.
I think I'm going to go with John the Baptist. A little bit of a tougher consideration. Do you agree with that, or do you disagree?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Well, I don't know. John the Baptist was pretty amazing.
He was a really cool guy.
I think this one's
got to be the hardest one. We might have to work on this one together.
For the championship, would you choose Peter or John the Baptist? I think I know.
You think you know?
I think I know.
You think you know?
Hands down.
See, that's so tricky. Because, if you think about it, John the Baptist was, before Christ, setting the way, and Peter carried on the work of Christ. So which one of those is more exciting for the Hall of Faith? When you think about, what's your take?
I mean,
I brought us this far. Why don't you bring us home?
I think the guy going, okay. I think personally, dude going before has to have the faith talking about the one who is coming.
It's true.
Who's preparing the way.
That's true.
Who has the coolest story of doing it all by himself, being known as this prophet out in the wilderness, dresses different, talks different, isn't afraid of anybody, goes up and just straight face, preaches hard all the time, not ashamed of what he does. I think, personally, it has to be John the Baptist.
Okay.
I think he would be my winner in the bracket.
I can see that. Let me make a little last-minute case.
Do it.
For the sake of our boy Peter out here, all right? If you think about it, Pentecost is huge. It's huge, bro.
It is.
We don't ever read of John the Baptist having that many converts in one time. Faith works. It shows. But I think, like you're saying, to not have seen Jesus do any of the miracles.
Right.
To not have seen him resurrect from the grave.
Right.
To not have seen him do any of that, but still say, this is the man, the Lamb.
Yeah.
That's some faith right there.
I think so. I would give it to John. I would give it to John.
How would you, here's the thing though, if you're going to put by faith, John the Baptist, what do you put? By faith, Peter preached Pentecost, 3,000 saved. By faith, Peter this.
By faith, John was the forerunner of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. The forerunner says it right there.
Yeah.
He believed before anybody else believed.
Pretty cool.
Think about that.
Yeah, I think
I agree. Cool. John the Baptist makes it.
I think so.
I think you got it right.
You know what, listeners? Thank you for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the rest week. Relax the muscles. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the downtime.
Yep.
Hope that
Keep
this
walking
week,
with God, though.
You just listen, maybe replay this broadcast and things like that. Had a little bit of fun with you. Yeah. But next week, we're going to hit Fit in the Faith once again.
And we're coming right back to that next week. Until then, though, don't forget, doing God's will today leads to God's will tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to a Golden Future radio broadcast.
If you'd like to listen to our other episodes, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Also, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at agoldenfuture@gsbc.edu.
And tune in next week to the broadcast dedicated to help this generation discover God's purpose for their lives.